Well, some people have been, I don't know if I should say complaining about the lack of diversity in our videos, since it's pretty much just been cultivating now for like a few months. So today I decided to switch it up, and we're gonna take the day off. It's Friday, and we're gonna go up to the lake and have a lake day. All right, so we made it to the lake. Let's go cultivate. Okay, so for those unaware, I was joking when I said I'm going to the lake, if you haven't caught on to that already. But recently it's been raining a lot, and I've pretty much just been trucking, so there isn't much to really video. So I figured, hey, if we're going to be cultivating, at least today, might as well just go in the field and make a little video for you. And as I unpack my entire house into the tractor, we're gonna read some comments today from some of our YouTube videos. Now, am I a big enough YouTuber to be doing this video? Absolutely not. I don't have enough, I don't know if you'd call it, juicy comments to make this video, but I'm kind of bored of just taking a video saying, this is my cultivator, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it. So we're gonna try something new today. And you know, I think later on I might have my wife bring me my puppy, and he can ride along in our tractor with us. And maybe that'll be exciting for you. But we're gonna start cultivating here, and at some point we'll start reading some comments, and we'll answer them, we'll talk about them, all that fun stuff. Honestly, I don't even know if this is gonna work today. I don't know if it rained last night, but it seems a little bit wet down there, so I'm gonna, it doesn't look too bad, but it's a little wet spot right there. We might have to lift up and drive through, but it's working pretty good. It's not clumping at all. It doesn't look like it's sticking to the gauge wheels. So we're gonna cultivate today, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey girl, hey. Do you mind bringing Kevin to me?
Where are you?
I'm in the field around Charlie and Molly's.
Sure.
We're bringing Kev Dog, boys. Kev Dog's one of the puppies from my other dog's litter that we're keeping, and he's kind of fat, so we're gonna bring him in the tractor and see how he does, and hopefully he just kind of chills out and doesn't go to the bathroom everywhere. But I suppose we'll find out together. Say what's up to Kevin, guys. I honestly think the dog enjoys riding in the tractor more than my wife does, so there's that. Right now he's making sure we don't miss any weeds. Alright, so now we're gonna scroll through my phone, and I thought I had saved a bunch of comments that I wanted to respond to, but I didn't, obviously. So bear with me. We're gonna read, I don't know how many comments. We're just gonna see where it takes us. I've never done this before, so while Kevin eats all the paper towels in the tractor, we're gonna read YouTube comments. Just a little disclaimer before we get into today's video. When I answer these comments, I'm probably going to be pretty sarcastic in a lot of them. So if I say something that offends you, don't take it to heart, and try to enjoy the video and have a little bit of a laugh. Alright, so starting off with a softball question. This question was on the video of me and my brother changing a track on one of our 8RXs. It is from the kid. It says, "That's what happens when you buy Chinese-made garbage." Well, if I'm not mistaken, John Deere is an American company, and it actually, Waterloo is about 3 hours from us, so I can tell you very, 100% certainty that it is not Chinese-made garbage. It is actually American. You can fact check me if I'm wrong, but when you farm, things break. That's just the way things are. I hope that not answers, but just addresses that comment. Also, I made the mistake of giving Kevin one piece of my Chex Mix, and now that's all he wants. So another comment from John-NC4BL. This video is also on the track video. Thanks for the video. Get rid of those expensive tracked tractors and get wheeled ones. Well, for the amount of times that we run across our ground, this is actually a good question, or a good comment, I would call it. I'm going to turn it into a question. But tracks distribute weight a lot better than wheels. And we run across our field so many times, we don't want the compaction. So that is a big reason why we run tracks on our operation. This commenter says that 8R is almost as nice as a 380 Magnum. You have obviously never driven a John Deere 8R. Now, I told myself I wasn't going to read this one, but I sometimes go back and read this. So this is from Morgan Ott, and he says, or she, I'm glad organic farming doesn't use so much diesel, as fossil fuels to grow less than conventional age does with modern chemistry. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong, that just does not sound right in my head. Anyway, it says, nice to know it's not polluting the air, and dust isn't causing any soil loss. Great job. I think they're being sarcastic, and I would read this entire thread here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to read another comment. He says, so you literally spray poison on the ground to kill everything, and your biggest concern for the health of the planet is that we drive our brand new emissions tractors too much. Conventional soils blow away just as much as organic. You're uneducated, closed-minded, and you probably just assume that organic farming is more profitable than conventionally if done correctly. Now, obviously, with new technology, it's never going to be the exact same as it was back in the old days. Nobody is out on their farms that are on a large-scale operation. Make sure you heard that. Nobody on a larger scale operation is going to be out in their fields using a 2-bottom plow and a 2-row planter running their operation. It's just not feasible. So what we do is we take those old practices and use it with new machines. Like right now I'm running a 24-row cultivator with a John Deere 8RX, a 340. Obviously it's not going to be as clean for the planet as a horse would be, but people say technologies came so far in chemicals, it's obviously came that far in emissions for like tractors and stuff, so it's a lot cleaner. So to answer your question, or just, I kind of wanted to read that just so you guys know, farming's never going to be perfectly clean, but it's either that or burn a bunch of fossil fuels making fake food, which Kevin's still eating everything in here. Anyway, it's pretty much which is less bad for the planet, and we believe that this is by far one of the best things we can do in the farming world. Be organic, don't put any synthetic chemicals, anything on our crops, on our soil. Instead, we'll use what the old people did, or back in the olden days, and farm that way. So take it as you will. That's the way I see it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but that's what me and my family think is best for the earth and what works best for us. On a lighter note, this comment is from Hank's Farm Videos. This was on the Nexat video, which there's a lot of comments on this video I did not answer. A, because I didn't want to say the wrong thing, because at that time and right now I was not educated enough on the machine to feel comfortable talking about it, answering some of those questions. But this question says, cool video. It will be interesting to see where the technology goes from here on a machine like the Nexat. I 100% agree. Full disclosure, the work that it did on our farm was not up to par for us, but we're also using the latest technology, guidance systems, planters on our operation. The Nexat, I believe, is in my mind quite far away. I mean, not super far away, but the idea of it is a super good idea. The fact that you can do everything with one machine. What's the term they used? I forget. ACT, I don't know. No, that's a test. Anyway, the traffic controlled farming, that's what it was. The fact that you only use one thing on one thing and you have less compaction, less crops getting ran over, that idea of that is super good. And I'm really looking forward to see the future of that in farming. So great comment, and I totally agree with you. It's okay, Kevin. Kevin does not like to turn in the tractor. It's a little bit bumpy for him, but I think he'll get over it. This next question is from Brent30. This video is on just a random cultivating video. It says, with organic corn, do you apply any fertilizer? If so, is it traditional? Kevin, stop. If not, how do you promote germination and growth? So we do apply manure. We apply about 200 pounds of nitrogen on all of our crops, either using chicken litter or hog manure, and that is how we get all of our fertilizer. We do not spread our own, we custom do that, but that is how we get our fertilizer, and we usually work that in the fall. So I hope that answers your question. This next comment is from my cousin, Devin Knoll. He commented, I specifically would like to see some Case IH equipment in your videos. Well, Devin, that'll not be possible unless our local Case IH dealer decides they want us to demo some stuff, because we are all green around this farm. I lied. We have a Case Quad Track still on our tile plow, but we won't talk about that. This next comment is from Bobby Flowers 4859. This comment is on our laser weeder video, which honestly I really hoped I could have covered a little bit better on our channel. But he commented, if you have volunteer corn, would it bypass it? That's a really good question, and I can't say for certain, but I don't know if it would or not. That's a good, I might have to call Troy later on and ask him, but I mean, you would think since it's in a bean field or a wheat field, and it's not programmed to shoot corn, or it's not programmed just to shoot wheat, that it would still shoot it, because it probably considers it a weed, because my understanding is it pretty much takes pictures of the crop you don't want to kill, like the wheat, and it pretty much shoots everything else. So I think it would, but I'm not 100% sure on that. This comment is from RV, a good one, 9803. This comment's about a month ago, and he commented, windmills, but Trump said windmills cause cancer. Don't you care that your family might catch cancer and die? Yes, I care very much, but you can also get cancer stepping outside your door into the sun. So, and I've been farming on windmills for a long time now, and you know what, maybe that makes sense. Maybe it does make you dumber, because I started talking to a camera. So, there you go. Honestly, I hope you guys are finding this as entertaining as I'm finding it, because I'm having a great time. Catch it, Kevin! That didn't work. We gotta work on that, buddy. This next comment is from Simply Farming 4384. He commented, how much debt? Lots of fancy equipment. Well, enough debt that I had to start a YouTube channel. This next comment is from Holzinger Farming? I might have just butchered that. But he commented, how many acres do you farm? Question mark. You never said. So to preface this answer, I'm going to show you guys what he's talking about. Well, a lot of people have been asking me, how many acres do we farm? And I figured I'd tell you. So we farm in the ballpark of So I hope that gives you guys a little insight on how many acres we farm on our farm. So that's about how many acres we farm. This next comment is from Terry Beeson 4356. This is on a plowing video. He commented, talk less and show more plowing. You talk less and show more plowing. This next comment is from also Hollinger Farming. He commented, have you drove a Fendt? No, I have not, but I've driven a Ford, and I feel like they're the same thing. This next comment says, it's from Fatty Matty for you. He commented, why some plows have coulters compared to Salford that doesn't. Some of our plows had coulters on them because we felt like it chopped up the corn stubble a little bit better before we plowed it, but honestly, in my experience, I just take them off because they just plug up all the time. When it was a little bit wet in the morning or late at night, they just bunch up and plug up. So we do not run any more coulters on our plows, actually. I think Kevin's getting tired of me talking, honestly. And I'm sure you guys are too. So we're gonna read this last comment here, which I think is a great way to end the video. This is from also Hollinger Farms. He commented, "Do you have any organic tips?" Well, I haven't been doing this that long. My family has been doing it for a long time. And some of the things that I've picked up are never get too comfortable doing the same thing or thinking the same thing is going to work every single year, because I can assure you it won't, unless you live somewhere that the weather never changes or nothing changes. You're always going to have to be switching things. Like some years we don't plow as much and it ends up being a dry year and it pays off, or a wet year and it pays off. I don't know. But things like that, I mean, you can't get too comfortable doing the exact same thing every single year, planting the same seed, unless it's like 300 bushel organic corn. Then you should probably keep using that seed. But just things like that, that's a tip that I would say, is don't get too comfortable. Try not to stay on par with the weeds, try to stay ahead. I mean, never get too comfortable. Start small. If you're just starting an organic farm, don't transition 100% of your acres right away, right off the bat. Start small, do like an 80-acre field. I've seen plenty of guys transition a whole like half section or more than 100 acres, and it just fails miserably because they don't take into account that you have to pretty much triple your work in the field. Sometimes you have to hand weed, just things like that people don't understand, I feel like sometimes. So if I was going to give an organic tip on farming, I would say know what you're getting yourself into and never get too comfortable. So I just want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Alright, Kevin. And if you liked today's video, please leave a like. If you enjoyed watching this type of video, comment if you want to see another one sometime. And until then, we'll catch you in the next one. Hiya!
Best thing about tonight's that we're not fighting.